This is my buddy Seth. He has a channel called Backyard Trail Builds, where, you guessed it, he builds trails in his backyard. But what he also does is learn new mountain biking skills and document the process. And this inspired me to do the same. So, in the name of progression, let's learn 5 tricks in only 1 week. The tricks that I'll be learning in these next 7 days are the no-hander, endo knack-knack, rear tire hops, no flip can-can, and stoppy lander. Alright, so it's the very first day of the 7-day challenge, and we are starting it off at my wake here with this jump that we just finished building yesterday, and we're going to be trying to learn no-handers. A no-hander is where you hit a jump, take your hands off the handlebars, and hopefully get them back on. Now, I've done no-handers before, but they've all been on flyouts or jumps with no consequence, and I want to change that. I think to start it off, I'm just going to practice pinching with my legs and just letting my hands a bit looser on the grips and see how that feels. Alright. I'm going to really focus on pinching the seat this time. Each jump, I was getting more confident and throwing my hands off a little bit more. After about 20 minutes, I decided to just go for it. I'm just gonna throw for it, just go. Yeah! That felt awesome, and I'm definitely counting it. After seeing the footage, I realized that I was pinching the top tube instead of the seat, but oh well, we'll work on that in the future. That was great. I think I'm going to end it for day 1 on that. No-handers were a huge success. It's really hot outside. I'm ready to go kneeboarding on the boat. So yeah. See you tomorrow with day 2. After the success with the no-hander on day 1, I could not be more stoked for day 2. Today we're going to be learning the endo knack-knack, which is a mixture of an endo and a knack-knack. Crazy, huh? I got the idea to do this trick from Skill to Phil. He's the first person I've ever seen do it, and one of the only people I've ever seen do it. It's a pretty unique trick, so let's get into it. I started off by doing endos on this bank and faking out of them. Once I got comfortable and consistent with doing that, I decided to give it my first go. Whoa! What? That was like pretty close. The new goal was to get 3 in a row. Turns out I just got pretty lucky on that first attempt because this is not an easy trick. Ow. I had 2 main issues with each attempt. I either couldn't get the bike to turn sideways, which was an essential part of a knack-knack, or I couldn't get my foot back around the wheel, another essential part of a knack-knack. I had a few close attempts where I would get 2 in a row, but still no success. That was until this attempt. Yes! Okay, so I know those weren't that great looking, but that's 3 in a row. Still feeling unsatisfied, I wanted to get one really good one that was fully extended. So let's try that. This one may look really extended, but I didn't get the bike to turn as much as I'd like to. Oh. That was textbook. After learning the trick, I posted it to Instagram, and you guys all tagged Skills with Phil, and he ended up seeing it.
So check this out. This ripper named Justin tagged me in a video where he's doing the knack-knack endo.
Before I go any further in the video, I wanted to thank Eminent Cyclists, Take a Hike Shop, and Terrain Magazine for supporting the channel. I also wanted to give a huge thanks to all of you who like the videos and subscribe, because this would not be possible without you guys. It was day 3, and we were already on our 3rd trick. Today we're going to be learning rear tire hop. The goal is to do 5 consecutive hops without putting my front wheel down. This would be much easier on a hardtail or trials bike, but I don't have either of those, so I'm going to lock out my suspension and hope for the best. The first few attempts were going really horrible, and I couldn't figure out the technique, so I decided to move over to the bank that we tried our last trick on and see if it would help. Whoa. After this attempt, I thought that the challenge was going to be easy. Well, that's how to do it! But boy was I wrong. Cue the time lapse. 2 hours of consecutive attempts with no progress. I felt like I was gonna go insane, and as I got tireder and tireder, the attempts got more inconsistent. Then this happened. 5 hops in a row, but I fell off the back.
That was 5, but I didn't land it.
But the very next attempt, I got it.
Yes! Oh.
I was so exhausted and relieved to be done with this trick.
Alright, that trick took way too long. I thought this trick was going to be easy, honestly. I thought it was just going to be like another one just like yesterday, but nah.
On day 4, I was faced with what would be the hardest trick yet. The no-footed can-can. I've been wanting to learn these for a while now, but never had the courage to go for it. So I thought this video would be the perfect opportunity. But first, we gotta fix up this jump. We had a huge rainstorm come in a few days ago and pushed this bridge down the creek a little bit. But nothing a little work can't fix. Perfect and ready to ride. For my first attempts, I'm just gonna lift my feet up above the pedals, just do little no-footers, and then I'm gonna lift my feet above the top tube and click them. After I get good at that, then I'm gonna just start moving my feet to the side and see how it goes. At first, I was struggling to find a good balance between airtime and speed. This was a mega confidence boost, knowing that I can now land to the side of the bike without really getting hurt.
My foot got stuck.
I needed to focus on getting above the bike in the air some more, so I had room to kick my feet. That one could have been it, but I clicked the abort button after the bike started floating away from me. I was really struggling to get my feet back to the bike, but I was determined.
Yeah!
That hurt. I don't know exactly what happened, but my knee was in a lot of pain. After resting for a few minutes, I got back up and was determined to land this trick. Try after try, every bail was more painful, but I was not about to give up. Finally, I did it. Definitely not the best looking, but both feet were over the top tube and brought back to pedals.
I'll keep working on these off camera and on camera. Yeah, I am relieved that I did that trick and I'm still sort of in one piece.
And the day has finally come. Today we're going to be learning our last trick of the week. And it's only day 5. So technically we have 3 days to learn this trick. And for this trick we are back at the jump at the property and we're going to be learning a stoppy lander. A stoppy lander is where you land a jump on your front tire using your front brake to control it. Usually, rolling down a landing on your front tire is not something you're going to want to do, but in this case, it's the goal. Now, it rained a little bit last night, so hopefully we get enough grip on this jump to roll down it on our front tire without going OTB or just sliding. But yeah, it is very slippery. I need to figure out how to make my front wheel stop sliding, because I can get it right down a little bit on my front tire and then my front tire just slides. This was the first time my front tire didn't just slide right away.
Okay, I kind of got it that time.
And a second time in a row. Let's see if we can get a third.
I think the technique is to go slow, hop high, and scoop with your feet.
It was getting harder and harder to find traction as the landing got tore up and my tires collected mud. Finally, that felt great.
Okay, now I'd personally call that a challenge completed. And I had such a fun week learning all these tricks and I can't wait to put them to the test on the trail.
Eminent Cycles is actually launching a brand new bike very soon. And if you want to be the very first to know about it, then head to the link in my description and sign up for their newsletter. And for all your bike shop needs, head over to Take a Hike Shop. Or if you're not in the greater St. Louis area, head over to their website, takeahikeshop.com, for a huge online selection of parts and outdoor gear. And as always, you know what to do. Shred for life, peace.